Virgo, hi, welcome to your reading for the week of August 17th through the 23rd. Black Moon Lilith in your second house with the sun in your 12th is absolutely allowing for the divine to shine a light on what matters most to you and how you can go about keeping it. We don't want to lose the things that we manifest, especially when we've already had a lot of loss or feelings of extreme insecurity overwhelm us in the past. We have the Six of Air, so you're getting away from that energy. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation. I have the feeling it's coming from Black Moon Lilith, moving in the course of this week from 5 to 6 degrees. The thoughts that we have about losing something, about losing someone who's important to us, they might be overwhelming thoughts, but you guys are showing up as the Queen of Fire, or perhaps this is who you are afraid of losing. Maybe they're a friend, maybe they're your mom, your favorite aunt, your mentor. We have ego. So someone has been delusional. Someone has been avoiding reality and wearing a mask because they felt like that could allow for them to attain what they wanted quickly. But we have the Justice card, so this could well be a Libra, a Capricorn, someone with heavy Capricorn placements in their chart, or that being your fifth house, it's to do with romance with the Libra. So my Virgos, ask yourself, do you know someone with a Libra Venus placement? We have the sun here, so it's just a reminder that the divine will not take things from you if you are doing the work, if you are minding your P's and Q's, being extra thoughtful with yourself first. Because the way that we treat ourselves on the inside is reflected to us through our relationships. Our friendships are a reminder of God's love. However, if we do not love ourselves as the sole, experience, the focal point of our creation, God might have to just pluck things away so that we come to this realization that we're worthy of love regardless of who stays or goes. The medallion with the Six of Air. So there might have been something in your life that felt symbolic, important. Of course, this Black Moon Lilith transiting the second house of our resources, our most valuable and prized possessions, with the South Node, Black Moon Lilith coming together. They will come together on September 1st. There will be a new moon. Pluto's moving into Capricorn, into your fifth house. So if you have something that can go, something that's just sort of taking up space, and for whatever reason, maybe it's important to you, maybe it's just metaphorically important that you have this thing. Getting away from the Six of Air energy of not feeling met, not feeling heard, not feeling reciprocal can be fixed. There can be improvements in the circumstance if you're willing to give something up. I feel it's ego because that's netting to a 6. And with that card appearing in your reading, while there's nothing at 15 degrees, it's just netting to a 6. So it's giving Black Moon Lilith, but it's giving outer world energy to do with what we love and what we think about how we are able to receive that love. For the Queen of Air, we got the Queen of Fire, we got the vow. Maybe they're a Queen of Air too. And maybe you've taken a vow with this person and it's very important to you that you are in this timeless space of self-acceptance, self-love, self-honoring, and that there's a reciprocal energy between the two of you as you live your vows, as you live with something more than just a metaphor. Ego is the sword. Yeah, we have to make a choice. The three things that cannot be hidden for long are the sun, the moon, and the truth. And this sword is allowing for us to make an incision in our lives, in our consciousness. And Archangel Jophiel will help. They'll help you to clear up whatever it is that you've gotten muddled, maybe some old energy, stagnant energy that you've been living with, you've been carrying with you throughout this life, throughout various relationships, with your expectations. Maybe you've had a false sense of self, a false sense of pride, just to keep you safe, and you don't need it anymore. And it is saying that you're being overly focused on material thing, negative or fear-based thoughts. Being overly focused on material things with Black Moon Lilith moving through your second house is absolutely going to bring it up to the surface, what you need to decide to cut away from. With Justice, Archangel Raguel, we have the empty room. Fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs. We're going to have to dive deeper into the empty room. And with the sun, we have the eternal child. So there is a beautiful redemption at the end of this reading. I sense when Jupiter moves to 19 degrees, that's when you will feel this bubbling, overwhelming sense of joy, magnitude, magnetic attraction with your heart and what you love. The empty room with Justice, the vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It's the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what should be done next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness. Be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. Wow. When dark, addiction, insatiability, more for more sake. When light, spaciousness, potential possibility. The archetype of the empty room is also portrayed as the hungry ghost, always feeding, never satiated. So that's like No Face from Spirited Away by Studio Ghibli. Hayao Miyazaki directed it. And then a day of silence is a surefire way to harness the power of the empty room. I can tell you guys from experience, I did 3 days of silence to where even like as emotions were boiling to the surface, I had a few moments by myself where I was so angry that I just started to say stuff. Like it just came out because I was so charged with these feelings that I had been repressing. I did it during Cancer season, and I don't even know if I said like sentences. I think they were just like ideas that were coming through. And we have karmic path with this. So maybe Virgo, you guys are clearing up with Black Moon Lilith trending in your second house. We're clearing up this deliberate need to always have more for more's sake. Karmic lesson, learning experience, hard work, perseverance, and structure. It sounds like this is something that's coming into the fore. A new and valuable lesson is available to you at this time. This moment requires your due diligence. Pay attention to what is being presented to you. Have you been down this road before? Our souls come to this earth school to learn valuable lessons as beings and for the planet. What are you being taught right now? This moment may require hard work, but it will have many long-lasting rewards. You are not being punished, but are gaining tools and experience for living that will be with you for the rest of your life. Drawing this card also tells you that the foundation of what you are building is strong and part of your legacy. The symbol is Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet. This is that net 6. Saturn is helping you cut away from the nonsense. And it's in your 7th house in relationships. So anything in relationships that's been like fragmenting you or frazzling you over your lifetime, this is Saturn saying, all right, are you done with this? Let's finish it up, wrap it up. We're deciding that net 8 in the retrograde momentum that it's time for us to move on. Saturn is retrograde until November 16th at 12 degrees and 42 seconds. So it's pretty fascinating to see that it goes to that 15 on September 9th. So by September 9th on through to November 16th, you guys are going to be draining these parts of you, like this overwhelming need to constantly consume, to have new, fresh things, whether it's material, it's people, whether it's information, and you're going to maybe come into this ability to be silent, to not just speak for speaking's sake. You all represent the higher octave of Gemini. Whoa, maybe you guys are like someone's in Germany right now, and maybe you have German heritage where there was an uncomfortable situation that arose in your ancestry, maybe with World War I or II, and there's something that is there that you've inherited. It's come through your DNA, and you constantly have to have this need to make amends with your lifestyle, with changes that you can't control, and feeling unsafe. For those of you who that applies to, let me know. Leave a German flag in the comments. I'm curious. So Saturn is connected to concepts of limitation and restriction. Although it may seem depressing on the surface, Saturn's role in astrology is to bring meaning and structure to our lives. I've also heard Saturn is the authority. So for those of you going through relational transitions, Venus will enter the sign of Libra. Venus, when are you entering Libra? Venus goes into Libra on August 29th. We're going to have this forward momentum with affirming what we need out of our relationships and what we no longer need to feel valuable, to feel powerful, to feel important. And this is all coming with this up-leveling of our relationships, with an ability to step back away from these decisions, to keep asking for more, even when we haven't finished what we've gotten, or we haven't been pono. We haven't been in right relationship to what it is that we have, and we keep asking for more. We keep wanting more, never satiated, never actually going deep. We want to go deep with this vow. We've made a vow with the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Fire won't be having it, y'all. Venus has gone through Leo, and now it's in Virgo, and it's giving scorched earth if we don't make amends with what it is that we've been putting into motion with our decisions, with our desires to have this moment of being in love. This moment can go on, or else it can halt. It's a decision that has to be made. So we have the Sun with Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, and have confidence in yourself with the Eternal Child. So let's read the Eternal Child. Inner child, the child of joy. I can't help but smile when I feel this energy, Virgo. The Eternal Child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The Eternal Child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the Eternal Child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The Eternal Child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. When light, joyful, playful, accepts all magic. When dark, addicted, selfish, adrift, burns out. So the Sun could also be, if you guys are choosing, for those Virgos not watching this, you are choosing to have a light shown on where you have addictions and you're not willing to do anything about it. The light is being shined on where you're selfish. The light is being shown on where you're adrift in your vows, in your medallion, in your decision making, in the empty room, and it's showing where you've burnt out. So let's pray for our Virgos who are not watching this with us now, who are not in their light, and who are continually harvesting but not actually sitting back to say, wow, look at all this work that I've done. Thank you so much for this abundance. The Eternal Child is so spirited that when its appetite for life isn't satiated, it seeks spirits and substance elsewhere. The Eternal Child struggles with addictions of all varieties. Celebrity culture is based heavily on this archetype, as is the phrase live hard, die young, and the series of artists and musicians who died at 27. And that 27, Uranus in your 9th house of belief is asking you to take actions on refraining, on restricting this lack of coordination with your I am presence, with your higher self. And you're falling into this like tumultuous, wishy-washy behavior. It doesn't feel like it's very leaderly. And I sense that by September 2nd, that new moon in Virgo, for anyone who's been off the path, you're going to come into integrity, or you're going to have a very, very big wake-up call. All right? Please affirm for me in the comments, I easily follow my heart and intuition. I easily follow my heart and intuition. We have a few cards. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself, Eternal Child? Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. That looks like fun. It looks like the Fool card. It looks like you're starting a new journey. And birthing a new age. Birthing new creations. Dreaming the world into being. Virgo. Big stuff is coming off. And it feels like with Pluto retrograding into your 5th house, things are going to come into grips. And that's September 1st with that new moon in Virgo on September 2nd. So we're up for some big changes, Virgo. You got this. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to my subscribers for showing me your support. Please give this video a like, share it with another Virgo who needs to see it, and I will see you all in our next reading. Aloha.